Hey, it's John from Sixth Place Off-Road, and here's the update on my 07 Ram 1500. So first up, what I consider to be the most important part of the upgrades I've done is the suspension. So I've actually pulled out the spacers I had before, pulled out control arms, pulled out CV axles. So I've upgraded to a long travel CV axle. I'm running the ready lift control arms on here, and then the BILSTEIN 5100s with the adjustable length on them. So I'm running those maxed at 2-inch. I was running 2.5 before, but I was wrecking everything. These trucks don't like it. So I came down and I mean, knock on truck, but I've had a whole lot less issues in there. Next up in here, I am now running a much upgraded tire. So these are the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss ATs. So it's a little bit on the mud side, but it is still an all-terrain. These are fantastic. They're fairly quiet on the road, and they are wicked off-road. And then in the center here, some fancy little black Rhino wheels. I did drop down to a 17, so now I have a lot more tire, a lot more rubber, because I can air down more. These can flex better. Again, just better for off-road. All right, so in the back here, you'll notice some things have changed because this is my summer setup and not my winter setup. So at the moment, I've got the TREELINE tent on there. I'm running a shovel on here that's mounted with the RHINO-RACK Stoics. These are fantastic. So basically, pop open, pop close, they lock. So you can leave this on my truck and I don't have to worry about anyone having a tool to smash my windows or taking my shovel, and then I don't have it when I need it. On the back, I am running, this guy's kind of neat. So this is actually the TREELINE 1.4 meter awning. So I can run it sideways. The beauty of this guy, the tent opens to the passenger side, and then this actually comes out about 2 meters. So when I drop the tailgate, I could be cooking back here, whether it's summer, winter, you know, snow, rain, sleet. This weather, perfect. Keeps me dry, keeps your area nice and organized. Yeah, that's what I'm running on the back, and it is fantastic. So here I'm running the TRUXEDO Pro cover with the Elevate rails. Now these can come in a full system where you have tall racks that are adjustable. What I've done is actually opted to just do the rail and then run the YAKIMA setup on here so I can be nice and low. If you'll notice, my tent is lower than my cab. So when I'm in the bush, if the branch can go over the cab, it can go over the tent. Fits perfect. These guys here as well, we can mount almost anything to this. I can turn this setup into carrying my kayaks. I can carry my skis, snowboards, bikes, tents. Literally, if you want to carry it, it'll go on there. So next is lights. First thing you're probably seeing is these giant FNG5s I've got on here from VVIVID LUMEN. Now these are a hyper spot, so they're definitely a bit more for like a Baja racer, but they do the trick. They're ridiculous off-road. And we can switch these colors the drop of a dime. Just pop these covers off, pop on another. They also have some that are diffused, so it will spread the light out a little bit. If you're curious how I have these mounted, these guys here are actually for a F-150 Ford Raptor, but if you pull the fender, we could actually bolt these in. I'll put that link below. You should check them out. They work great. You can probably get them for like 25 bucks. So up front here, I have that light bar I showed you guys last time. This time I am running some amber covers, again for dust and snow, just makes that quite a bit better. Kind of lets everything pop. Down here, I have recovery hooks. You'll notice there's no more 20-inch light bar there. These guys are definitely a better call for off-road because seeing is great, but that doesn't really help you get unstuck. And then, of course, my fogs, as always, are VVIVID Lumens. These guys are fantastic. They light up the night. So I did it. I finally ground all the chrome off of these, literally ground it off with a flapper disc and my 5-inch grinder. Got it down to pretty much bare metal and Raptor lined them. So happy I did it. It was a lot of work, but this stuff is now bulletproof and I think it looks great. I mean, right now there's water drops everywhere. I think it looks fantastic though. So I did the front and rear. Best decision I've made. I would absolutely do it again. Out of the interior. So what I've done here, deleted that seat like I said I was going to. So pulled that 40 out, built this guy and bolted it into the seat bolt so it's nice and secure. This can't go anywhere. What I've done is given it a little bit of extra usefulness, extra storage. So we've done some bungees here. That allows me to store things like maps, my dog's collapsible water bowl, kind of anything like that. Fire extinguisher mounted here, tons of space, got some straps here, so tons of space for storage. Down here, we keep a go bag. I recommend having one of these. Outhouses and bathrooms and things aren't always available, so that's got all your stuff in it. Compressor fits down here, nice and snug, always have it with me. Couple of boxes here just with recovery gear. Pull these out. And my favorite part about this whole build is this awesome door. Nice latch. I've got sockets in there. I could basically rebuild the front end of this truck, and if you've ever owned a Ram 1500, you know that's sometimes necessary. But yeah, it all comes with me. Tucks in nice and tight. Boxes back in. Love this storage. So next up, probably the biggest change to the interior is this business console. I picked this guy up off a guy who unfortunately was parting his truck out. These are awesome. They're fairly sought after. They're hard to come by. If you come by one, scoop it up. Super useful. I've got miles of storage in here. Drinks nice and handy. Can run that switch there. This guy actually came wood grain. As I'm, you know, not my grandfather, wood grain isn't for me. So I wrapped it in carbon. You could do it black, you could do gray, you can match whatever. I thought the carbon was kind of neat though. Nice thing with this guy too is it allowed me to switch up my lighting. So instead of running all the switches like I had before, I'm actually running one of these AUXBEAM panels. All right, so this here is basically the brains of that switch panel. Everything runs into here, whether it's lights, compressors, anything like that, runs right into here, and then that panel controls it, which is really nice. The other beauty is fuses, relays are built into here with a nice 60 amp breaker in case something shorts, you're not causing a fire, you're not wrecking all your equipment. I highly recommend these. A few companies make them. I went with the AUXBEAM stuff, but honestly, whatever you come across, as long as it's made by a reliable company, you'd be very happy you did it.